Alright, so I'm going to make a quick video here on this prop guard for the Pavo Pico, and I got some emails from people. I guess there was something on Mads Tech's one of his live streams. He showed this prop guard being broken, and I guess his review of the Pavo Pico isn't out yet. But here's a screen grab of that broken prop guard, and people are saying, hey, you need to warn people that this thing's really flimsy. And yeah, it is flimsy, and it's by design. I believe so. I've been telling manufacturers that not everything needs to be a tank. In fact, it's better to make the whole thing lighter and design in places where you actually want things to break and you want things to be easily repairable, because that energy when you crash has to go somewhere. So if you, let's just suppose that this prop guard was, I don't know, say 4 times heavier, and completely indestructible, like a guarantee that it won't break at all on any crash. Well, when you do crash, that energy has to go somewhere, right? So let's say you crash, this prop guard doesn't break, well, that energy is going to get transferred into the center part of the quad, and something else will break. Basically, you know, if this is not the weak point, then the energy will find the weak point somewhere else inside this design, and that's where it will break. And in my opinion, you want things to break where it's easier to fix and cheaper to fix. This thing costs $3.49. So if you're worried about this breaking, if you pick up one of these, buy a few more of these for $3.49. They're very easy. It's very easy to swap. So here's the frame kit with the motors already on. There's just 4 screws here. You can see them right where the flight controller is on the corners, and literally it's 4 screws and it's on like so. And it's very easy to swap if you break it. So in my opinion, this is a good design. In fact, I think they made this too heavy, so let me see how much this actually weighs. So this is 7.2 grams, and in my opinion, they could possibly make it even flimsier. I think it's actually too strong, because for what it needs to do. I mean, the purpose of this is if you're flying, Cinewhoop style, you're not going too fast. You want to. It's there to protect people. So if you're flying around people, you don't want the props to hit them. Or, maybe you're flying indoors, you don't want the props to hit the wall. And this is to protect those things. And you don't need this much weight to do that. You actually could do with a little bit less. I mean, they could make this perhaps, 5 grams, 4.5 grams, and it'd probably be fine in terms of that. And then, yes, when it crashes, it will break, and you can replace it pretty easily. So yeah, they could make a light version of this one. I'd be totally fine with that. So, everyone wants, I don't know, not everyone, but there seems to be like a bunch of people out there that seem to think that everything needs to be indestructible. And that's completely incorrect thinking, in my opinion, because that energy has got to go somewhere. You want to break here where it's cheap. If this thing doesn't break, that energy is going to go inside. You're going to break a flight controller, motors, something else is going to break. That energy will find that weak point, and instead of breaking a $3.49 part, you're going to be breaking a $40 flight controller or a $100 camera or something else. And so you want that energy to go somewhere and cause that to break, and then you can replace it. So that's my opinion. I don't know why people are so up in arms about that. You want things to be lighter, and you want things to break in places where it's easier to fix, and I think that's a good thing. So that's my opinion. Hopefully this will change some of the opinions out there, because I think that there's just way too much stuff out there that's way too heavy, that's unnecessarily heavy. It doesn't need to be. And all it does is reduce flight time because you're carrying around dead weight that you don't really need. Yeah, sure, there's people that need the tank frames that maybe are going to be crashing a lot, but I don't think that's the majority of us. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. That's my opinion. Talk to you guys next time.